Hi everybody. Okay, it's only August. I know it's a little early, but it's time to start making Christmas decorations. So I'm gonna make some. This is gonna be really simple ones. I'm gonna make use these molds. They are, Christmas ornaments, stars. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually use using Magic Resin, and I'm gonna use the deep casting because I want them mostly to be clear. So I don't want to have any bubbles in them, so I'm going to use this resin this time. So this resin is mixed. Can you see what I'm doing? I think I could put it there. This resin is mixed 2 to 1. The tabletop resin is 1 to 1, but this one is 2 to 1. It's thinner, and it as a result it doesn't trap as many bubbles, so it's good. So, pardon me, this is the hardener. You put 1 part to 2 parts of the actual resin. So I'm going to put the hardener in first. So I'm going to do 2 of these. I better not lose count. 1, 2, make it pretty exact. The lid on that. Wear gloves, and if you're not in a well-ventilated room, wear a respirator. So 2 of those, and that means I need 4 of these. So 1. I should scrape it out, but I'll put a little bit extra. 1, 2, 3. This might be more than I need, so I always have a couple of extra molds. 3. Is that right? Oh my gosh, I can't believe. I think this is 4. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to look back at my video. Well, I'll know if it doesn't harden if I did it wrong. Wow, that's a lot of resin. That's probably more than I meant to, but like I said, I always have extra molds on hand so that I don't waste my resin. So there we go, that's that. So now I need to mix it for about 4 minutes. So I'm just going to carefully mix it. Not too fast, you don't want to whip it, because then if you mix it too fast, you're going to get bubbles. I use a plastic spoon or knife to mix it. Apparently if you use wooden sticks it works, but it can cause more bubbles. I guess the wood can make bubbles. So I'm just going to do that for about 4 or 5 minutes, and then we'll come back and I'm going to add some stuff in there to make it sparkly. Okay, my resin is all stirred up. One thing to check too, make sure you've got a level surface. I've got like a board here because it's easier to level a board than it is your whole table. My table is, I think, level, but if I need to adjust it a bit, it's easier. So I just, with a level, you don't need a great big one like this, but just check, make sure that it's level. Save you some trouble in the, once it starts to set, you won't have resin running all over the place. So that's that. And I decided, I changed my mind a little bit. I'm going to put a little bit of tint in here. So I'm noticing that the resin, I've had this resin for about a year, and it's a little bit yellowy. It might dry clear, but I'm not sure. I don't want to take a chance. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this sky blue resin in, not too much, just to get a little bit of a tint in it, just in case that yellow is going to give me any trouble. I don't think it would, but so that's just going to be a very faint tint in it. You almost can't even see it, and I think that's what I'm after. And what I'm going to do with this resin is I'm just going to add gold leaf and silver leaf and rose gold leaf. I'm just going to dump it right in there and mix it all up, and then I'm going to add some of this beautiful Let's Resin mixology glitter, gold opal. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put this right in like that, and this is silver. I'm just sticking it right in. It's going to stick to me. Let go. And then it's rose gold. Put that right in and mush it all up. Just stir it all up. It will break up. It'll break up into smaller pieces. I might put some more in. I'm gonna see, because I want it to break up into little pieces. Not little pieces, but just so that it'll go in the mold okay. Do I need more than that?
Hey!
Hi, Jeff, come on in.
On my way to grab Blueberry.
Oh, just step out of in the shop for a minute. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. There's not a ton of it in there, but I don't want a whole lot in there. So I'm gonna pour this sparkle in to have a little bit of sparkle in there too. Catch the light. I'm curious to see how these are going to turn out. Yeah, it's kind of just, see, it's going to be chunks of the gold leaf in that. Hopefully that's small enough. So let's see. Don't even see that blue in there, but that's okay. Okay, here we go. I'm going to fill them all up. Make sure I get some in the very little ring at the top there. And try not to overfill them because you do not want to have to trim them all up. So, and this is, again, this is the deep casting resin, so it's very thin. So it'll fill all the little nooks and crannies really nicely. Yeah, when I'm done, I'm going to go around with the toothpick and just move some of those gold leaf things around. Okay, so I have some extra. So I'm going to do these pretty leaf. They're kind of leaf molds. I'll make bookmarks of them, and I think I'm still going to have some extra, so I've got to go get some more molds. Okay, with my last bits, I'm just going to make a few letters. Now, what letters are popular? Seems to be a lot of L's, so let's do an L. And the last little bit, and an A. Got it all. Okay, so I'm just going to spritz it with alcohol. Find my spritzer, and that will help with any bubbles that are trapped in it. Just a little spritz. And that should be all it needs in terms of bubbles. I'll check again, but this resin, the deep casting resin, is pretty good. You're pretty safe there to not get too many bubbles. Okay, so I'm going to let all this set over. Well, actually, it's going to take a couple of days. I'm going to go around actually with a toothpick. And I just want to move the gold leaf around, make it a little bit more even, spread it out a bit, just to make it more pretty. So I'll do that. And then we just have to wait a couple days. Just take them out and see what we got. Okay, halfway there. And we're 2 days later, so let's see what we got. Whoa, where do I start? I took out the C to see if they were all ready, and they are, they're good. They're still bendy, which is typical for the deep casting resin. But they're nice and crystal clear. Really pretty. So I might have to, I was a little bit sloppy, as you noticed, when I was pouring, so I'm going to have a little bit of cleanup to do around the edges of things and that, but it's fine. It's kind of fun. So let's see what these look like. Ooh, nice. It's hard to see. I should put it against something black. Find anything black? Oh, find something nice. And there's that little bit of sparkle. I don't know if you can see that extra little bit of sparkle. So they're still bendy. See, they're still bendy, but that's okay. I'll just leave them flat another day or two, and they'll be nice and hard. So that's them. Let's see what these guys look like. I could leave them for another day or two, but I'm always anxious to get them out. And plus, I think they probably cure a little bit quicker out of the mold. Have to be a little bit careful, just because they are still a little bit bendy. You don't want to rip anything. Come on, let go. Let go. Here we go. Cute. I'll have to get something black to put it against so you can see, because there's a bit of a sparkle in there, just a little bit from those sparkles. Those are pretty. Those will be nice on a tree. Let's see what these bookmarks look like. Out. There we go. Oh yeah, nice. I don't know, can you see the sparkle in it? It's just a little bit sparkle. Those are really cute. I'll put a nice gold tassel on those. Nice. Little tiny little bit of trimming up to do on the edges. Cool. Oh, those work great. And then the letters turned out good. I'll make keychains out of those. S. Yeah, those turned out good. Nice and easy. Okay, it's finishing off time. So, I've got these bookmarks, and they have a little hole in them. If the hole doesn't come quite through, I've got one of these Dremel tools. They're awesome. One of these guys. I'll put a link. You can get smaller ones. This one's pretty heavy duty. I think it was $50 or something, but man, well worth it. So, you've got all little, yeah, not broken. It's got all kinds of little bits, like drill bits and this filer thing that I use for, you know, if I would need to soften, you know, the edges a bit. Great gadget. I love my gadgets. And so I've got some tassels, got silver and gold. I wish I had copper colored ones. And I just stick it through the little hole. Sometimes you gotta fight with a little bit to get it through. Give it a little loop. There we go. Pretty bookmark. Nice. Now I'll do the same thing with the feathers. I'll put a gold one on here. Put a gold one on this one because it's got more gold leaf in it. So what I did is with my Dremel, I just drilled a tiny little hole up at the top corner there. And I'll stick the tassel through. Pretty. Then, here's that little fly there. And keychains. So again, with my Dremel, I thought I was recording it, but I wasn't. I just drilled a little hole straight through, little hole there. I'm going to use one of these big jump rings. These ones are good, but they're a little too soft. I mean, it's great. I just have to open them with my fingers. But what I usually do is with my UV resin, after I'm done, I close it up, And then I put a little drop of UV resin just where that seam is and zap it with the UV flashlight. So I just want to make sure it's not going to come apart on them. Then keychain. So these little keychains I get from Amazon. Dropsy, got the dropsies today. Put the little jump ring on it that comes with it. And these ones are harder. The metal is harder, which is good because I don't have to resin it, but you need little pliers to just slap that on there. I think I'll put a little, where is it? These little guys. Put one of these little guys on. Oh, I have to put another jump ring on that. So I'll put another little jump ring on that. Yeah, it won't fit on that ring. No. And then put that on. There we go. Cool. And then these guys, the snowflakes. I'm going to use, I thought of using ribbon in that, but I think I'm just going to use this clear, little clear stuff. It's, what do you call it? It's the stuff that strong and stretchy. It's what people use for making, you know, bead jewelry and that. But I thought because these are clear, I'll just put a little clear string in them, tie it up, and then they're ready for the Christmas tree. Christmas is coming. There we go. Okay, all done. Well, I'm not all done, but I'm done showing you all these cute things. So there they are, all hung up on a little branch. Is that in focus? Can you see? There's some red ones that I made before. And there's some blue ones. So there's a start anyway. Yeah. There we are, all done.